Hi, my name is Idalis. Rideout. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, subscribe, hit the subscribe button right now. Become a rider today, become a ride or die. Become part of the movement. So today we are going to try stud makeup. I'm very, very excited for this one. So of course I had to put my wife pleaser on and it had to be in pink. Cause you know, I feel like I give more like femme vibes, but I wanna give a little stud. I wanna give a little mask sometimes. And with this video, I kinda wanna practice that. Practice the makeup, practice the light, clean, beat, maybe with a little color cause I do love a little color. And just play around with it. So let's get into it. Something that I'm actually going to try today that I'm very excited that I've never done before are lashes. Lash extensions. Now, I don't know about y'all, but there's something about a stud, a stem, a mask with a lash. It's like kind of like that effortless, like I'm boyish but I'm still pretty. And they just be batting their eyelashes like this. No, it's just very cute. I'm very excited for this. I got the price on it and everything. Y'all, I got this for $10, as you can see. Got this for $10 at the beauty supply store. It's the La Flare DIY cluster lashes. I was not able to get the ones that was on TikTok shop. I took too long. This is a last minute video. Also, if you hear me, I'm very sick and I'm still filming this video because I love you and we are being consistent no matter what. I also have this Deluxe by Envy extended, the new way to DIY salon extensions. We'll see, it's a bond and seal. I'm a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. So we're definitely gonna read the instructions. We're not gonna skip any type of instructions today, okay? Also, y'all, my hair is out. Yeah, creator that like I've been inspired by honestly to do these lashes is, I hope I'm saying her name right on TikTok, Kealo Hilani. She be doing her lashes and she's very STEM. She like does like these really popular videos of like her going from like being a stud to like being like super femme, and I love that. Like, yes, do both. But I feel like, I don't know, it's a lot of light skins on here and I'm not light skinned, so let's add a bit to this conversation. First things first, I'm going to use the super glue, sunscreen, and of course the bronzing drops. Whenever I do a makeup look, I'm never not gonna use this or some sort of version of this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the 2 little drops. I just feel like this gives a good base for like everything, and obviously the bronzing drops I can use all over my face because I'm a bit darker, but like if you are lighter, I feel like using this on the hollows of your cheeks and like where you usually bronze is best. But I feel like these bronzing drops on like someone who's like my complexion or darker, it kind of gives a little bit of coverage almost. That's why I like to use these together. This is not a lash tutorial and I don't know what kind of map I'm gonna do. I know you gotta do a lash map. Okay, so I'm opening these so you can get a closer look of what the lashes looks like. Comes with these tweezers, so I'm definitely gonna use those. These are gonna be the longest, these are gonna be the shorter ones. I feel like 12 is gonna be like mad long because they have like 2 rows of 11, so maybe I'll start with the 11. This here. Ooh, oh my god, I see the vision. I think I'm gonna do 2 11s, 10, and a 9. So 2 11s, a 10, and a 9. This is also like the last video, or it's gonna be the last video for now of this Black Bisexual in Brooklyn series. Yeah, honestly, thank y'all for supporting me and watching my videos. It makes me so happy to just like kind of create, be more in tune with like my specificity and who I am and be honest about who I am and come on here and just have fun, you know? And I feel like having fun with makeup, having fun with your look, helping people, telling my story is something that I love to do and I haven't been enjoying doing. Step 1, brush a light coat of bond on natural lashes. A little goes a long way. This is the bond side. I'm like really excited about this. I feel like this is gonna be something I'm gonna do often now because I feel like the girlies be like doing their lashes, getting their lashes done, and I'm like, I don't. So these are my lashes before. I curled them a little bit with my fingers. Okay, wait. This is kind of cute. I think I'm obsessed. I think the next time I'm gonna put a 12 at the end. Should I put another 9? Let's do it. Let's put a little bit of blush. Wow, this literally took me like 2 seconds. Okay, wait, I love this. Okay. This is the after, this is the before. This is so cute. I'm obsessed. So I did 2 11s, 1 10, and 2 9s. And I think it came out really pretty. Like, this is the seal. This is what it looks like. So we're just gonna... I'm gonna do the other side, and it's gonna be done in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so these are the lashes done. What do we think? I think they're really cute. I will be doing this more often because it was pretty quick. I had a little trouble with the inner corner on this side, but let's get to these brows. So just gonna use this Refi gel. Obviously it's very well loved, very well used for stud, more masculine, androgynous makeup. Definitely keeping the eyebrows super fluffy, natural is best. So we're just gonna brush those up. Very boy brow. So let's actually use the boy brow from Benefit. I don't know if they make this anymore, but it has the powder on one end and it has like a thick pencil on the other. Then I'm just gonna start with the powder, keeping it on the tail end and just placing it on the end, just keeping it like super messy. So I'm just gonna use this Kosas brow pencil just for the front of the brow, just because I like this part to be a little bit more defined. Just light strokes. Taking the other end, really blending out the front. I feel like for my more mask look, definitely spot concealing with a tinted moisturizer is key. So I have 2. I have the Laura Mercier and I have the Smashbox Halo. Love both of these. This one might be a little too warm, but I think I'm gonna try it at least around my mouth area because it's a bit darker there. And this has a little bit more of a red tone to it. It'll cancel out a little bit of that darkness. So we're just gonna take that on the back of our hand. We're gonna use our fingers, place that here, here. If you wanted to, you could definitely, if you have a mustache, you could emphasize it if you wanted to with a little colored tinted brow gel. But I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. And we're just gonna keep it concentrated in that area. I also have these Smashbox Halo Healthy Glow 4-in-1 perfecting pens. So these are concealers. They're super light that I like to use on my face. So I'm gonna also use a little bit of this under my eye. I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna use this shade T10W, and also the shade in this Laura Mercier that I use around my mouth is Mocha 6-in-1. I feel like putting things on the back of your hand just gives you like a little bit more control over the product, so you don't put too much. And I feel like with this look, the lighter the hand, the better. I'm actually gonna mix it a little bit with the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, darken it just a tad. So just mixing those together, putting it here, a little bit on my forehead, and then taking that same beauty blender and just going in. I feel like with more heavy looks, you'd want the concealer to like sit, but I think because we really want to sheer it out, you want to make sure your beauty blender is very wet. You just immediately blend it out so that it keeps the sheerness. But I feel like keeping a little bit of the under eye bag is kind of part of the look. For powder, I usually use my Milk powder in translucent medium, but I want it to be very light. I'm just going to take my Kosas Softly Cloud set and just set it with this and just really soften that out. I'm also using this triangle powder sponge. I got this off of Amazon. I can literally get these anywhere. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Tower 28 Sculptino in Simon. This is what she looks like. I'm not gonna use too much. Definitely centering your looks around like cream products, but it gives you a little bit more wiggle room for you to like mess up and like really blend things in. But I think for a stud look, I want it to be a bit more sculpted, especially here on the cheek. And I think taking it here and really chiseling this out like that helps to give a little more dimension, a little more snatched on the face. You honestly don't need a lot. Less is more. And then we're gonna take smaller, more compacted brush. We're gonna take that same bronzer and we're just gonna add it to our nose like this. Just adding a little bit more dimension into the nose, bringing it up into the brow. I feel like just gives a little bit more depth, especially to the eyes. It like hollows out the eyes a bit, I think, and just gives a little bit more of a masculine touch. In my opinion. Next is going to be blush. I'm gonna use pink because it kind of goes with my outfit a little bit. You gotta be a little cutesy, you know? But I'm definitely gonna use my finger for this. This is the Keys blush. I think this is also for your lips and stuff. In Grace. Well used, well loved. I'm just gonna do that. A little here, a little here. Tapping motions on the cheek, keeping it light, cute. I do like to add it to my nose also. Bring it in like this across the face so it all blends. Taking my beauty blender. I am gonna use a little bit of a powder blush as well. So Giorgio Armani in Glow Blush Clat. Just gonna use a little bit of this. Keeping it focused underneath the eye. A little nose, slight sweep on the forehead. Slight sweep. I'm gonna set the contour a little bit. I don't want to use a contour that's too heavy. I'm gonna use a Smashbox Cali contour palette, and I'm gonna use this color here just to contour just a little to set that, and then also bring it down like that. I'm also keeping a very light hand this whole time. I'm barely brushing my face. I feel like they usually say like studs don't wear gloss, but I think more studs should wear gloss. I think a gloss is beautiful. I'm wearing one right now. I'm wearing the Topical Slick Sal. Just put a little clear gloss, girl. Gloss never hurt nobody. Never hurt nobody. Ever. I'm just gonna use the Max Fix Plus primer and just spread it over. You don't need to do too much. I think I'm gonna do my edges just like a little bit. I'm gonna do a cute little edge. Just a little swoop, just a little swoop. I'm gonna be using the True Edge Plus controller in Strawberry. I don't know, I have my Beauty Tresses one. Where is it? Maybe if I dug a little, Idalis, maybe. I can't find it. But we're just gonna use this. Just a little swoop. Just a tad swoop. I feel like studs usually have like a lineup and like all stuff, and I'm like go off, babe. Love it, but on me, no. Oh my god, when my hair was like short, like I cut it, they're like, why don't you have a lineup? Da-da-da. I was like, I don't want a lineup. I feel like I was being pressured to get a lineup. I was like, babe, please, please. So this is what the hair is looking like. I feel like I need a stud. I feel like I need a stud earring. Okay, so I did put on a little tank under my tank to give a little some, but I also have these studs that I'm gonna put in my ears. I feel like it'll just add a little some. You know what I mean? You see, just something about an earring. Something about an earring. One thing that I almost forgot to do was to fill in my moles. Fill in your moles if you have them. I have one here and also here. Sometimes I like to just add moles. I'm also gonna finish setting with that same powder around here. What do y'all think? Is it giving Stemme? Okay, let me show you my outfit a little bit because I feel like you guys see the whole thing. The pants, yeah, this is cute. It's a Stemme summer. You can add, I feel like, a lot to this. You can add the liners, you can add a pop of color. I feel like more masks should play with more color, honestly. I don't know, I feel like sometimes I try to give more masks and I just like can't. Not to say I can't, but like I think it's giving that just a little bit. What do y'all think in the comments? If I cross my arms, is it giving Stemme? Tell me not. If I back up and do this, tell me not. I feel like if you wanted to, you could get rid of the complexion part and just have more of like your natural skin showing through if you want to do that. Or just do a chapstick. I don't know. I'm a gloss girl. Somebody stud with a lash. Somebody Stemme with a lash. Alright, this is the finished makeup look. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave this emoji in the comments. Yeah, I love you, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.